All right, everybody, good evening. Thank you for coming to our fall concert. Time definitely flies. Feels like we were just here in April celebrating the end of the school year. Now we're celebrating the beginning of a new one. As you can see, the jazz band has gotten bigger since last year. We have a very big rhythm section, which is awesome. We're going to open with a piece called Choose the Blues. So one of my goals this semester in jazz band was to get everyone comfortable with improvising solos. So in the middle of this piece, you're going to hear an extended solo section in 12-bar blues form. And we're going to hear solos from Ethan Bowman on trumpet, Michael Cora on piano, Tate Morris on tenor sax, Hannah Port on guitar, Ryan Tackett on guitar, and Mark Verhaas on alto sax. We hope you enjoy Choose the Blues. All right, let's give another hand for our soloists. Most of the solos you just heard, by the way, were not written in the music. They wrote those solos themselves. That was an assignment we had in class. That's pretty cool. This next piece we're going to play also has several soloists featured. We're going to hear from Tate, Michael, Ethan Vidlak on trumpet, and Mark. This is Moon Dance. We hope you enjoy. right, before we play our final piece, I do just want to thank everyone who is in the jazz band. So last year, we were able to change jazz band from being just a club that met once a week to a class that met every day. This year, we made a slight change. We meet 3 days a week, and we found that that change has improved attendance as it's able to better accommodate everyone who's involved with sports and other activities. So while this is a class, everyone who's in it is volunteering time after school to participate in it. So let's give them a hand for giving up their extra time. We really appreciate it. We're going to change up the style a little bit on our final piece. In this one, we're going to hear an extended solo from Josh on guitar. This is more of a 70s rock groove. We've been saying it's groovy in style. This is called The Chicken. Thank you. So at the start of every school year, I like to focus on sort of like fundamentals of playing. So the next piece we're going to play for you is a medley of 3 Bach chorales. Each chorale is in a different tempo, and each chorale has variations on the dynamics or the, how loud or how soft we're playing. So we hope you enjoy Bach 3 Joyous Chorales. So continuing on with fundamentals of music, this next piece is a medley of Bartók folk songs. We start with a kind of normal march-like opening. We have a slow chorale-like section in the middle, and then we end with what I would call a music tongue twister, where the measure numbers or the beats per measure change every couple measures. One measure might have 3 beats, then we go to 2. So it's kind of tricky, but it's a lot of fun. We hope you enjoy Bartók Folk Trilogy. They think they're funny. All right. So before we play our last number, I do just want to thank the string orchestra. This is a tricky job. We're a very, very small group. And as you have probably noticed in the past several pieces, a lot of the parts which would be intended for a full section are being played by sometimes a single student. So I want to thank everyone in the orchestra for always being brave, always being confident with themselves. And I want to give a special shout out to our new members, our freshmen. Freshmen, can you just kind of like wave a bow in the air? Give them a hand. For our final piece, before we bring up the concert band, we're going to be playing This Is Halloween from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Benjamin's ready to go? We hope you enjoy. Just a little bit of recognition I want to give. Firstly, Alexa and Annabelle are members of the Contemporary Youth Orchestra. They have a concert on Saturday, November 9th, and it's going to be at the Agora in Cleveland. So if you're interested in attending that, you can find it on their website, Contemporary Youth Orchestra's website. And we also have two people in the Kent State Youth Winds. That would be Felicia and Abigail. Both of those are audition-based groups, so it's really awesome that we have students in those. Let's give them a hand. The Youth Winds concert is also on Saturday, November 9th, so you got to pick one. In your program, you'll see stars next to certain people's names, and it says that it denotes a principal player. What we started doing this year is at the beginning of the school year, people who were interested could audition for the title of principal, which is basically the section leader of a specific section. So everyone who has a star next to their name completed an audition and did an excellent job, and they serve as the principal player or the section leader of their section. So let's give our principal players a hand. And then several people to thank. Thank you, as always, to Mr. Vince Mattia. He's out there somewhere. I think I saw him over there. He's such a great colleague. It's a pleasure to work with him. So yeah, I couldn't ask for a better colleague to work with here. I want to thank our administration, and a special shout out to our new president, Mr. Grady. He's been incredibly supportive of our program, so I'm really looking forward to continuing to work with him. And then, of course, as always, huge thanks to PFAB. Without PFAB, we could not do all of this great stuff we do. They are the best parent support group we could ask for. I want to give a special shout out to Anna, Anna Borges, who helped organize our reception, which will be occurring out in the Commons after the program. And I also want to thank Melinda, Stacy, Diana, and Nicole, who help us tremendously with the Warrior Corps. So let's thank PFAB and all of our awesome leaders. We are going to complete a quick warm-up, and then we're going to open with Joy by Frank Kelly. So we hope you enjoy. Our next piece kind of goes along with the theme of building fundamentals at the start of the year. This piece has several different sections. The opening is a very triumphant, fanfare-like section. Then we go into a dance-style section. In the middle, we have a very smooth, very slow, pretty chorale. And then at the end, we continue with the dance section, and then we end with the fanfare section that we started with. From James Swearingen, this is Fanfare and Triumph. Thank you all so much for coming out to our first concert of the season. We're continuing the tradition we had last year of playing for what looks like a full house. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting these awesome kids. It means the world to us to have such a big audience to play for, so thank you so much. And as always, I want to give a special thank you to the parents, because without your support, we wouldn't have these awesome kids in our music programs here at Walsh. And of course, thank you to all of the students. Nothing here is required. Everyone is here because they want to be. So I really appreciate all the time they give, all the effort they give to practice. So again, let's give all of our students on stage and from the orchestra and jazz band a huge hand. Our closer is going to be one to kind of usher you into Halloween. This is a march that is entirely in minor keys. We hope you enjoy March Phantasma. Thank you all again so much for coming. I hope you have a great evening. We'll probably see a lot of you on tomorrow night at the game in Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. Please stick around and enjoy the reception out in the Commons. And again, just have a great night. God bless, and we'll see you in December. Thank you.